Welcome to IamPainting.org's series of how to paint portraits. And many of these lessons that I'm going to be sharing with you, you can use when painting with acrylics or watercolor. The first that I'd like to talk about is how do you get a outline on the canvas or the watercolor paper. Many people start to teach how to paint skin tone colors, how to paint eyes or other features, but the very first thing that a beginning student has to know is how do you get an accurate drawing on the canvas. Now, in this example, this is a watercolor portrait, and there's a really cool little trick to get the picture on the canvas, and that's what I'm going to show you in this video. So let's say that this is the finished photograph or picture of the person that you want to paint. What I like to do is take that photograph and expand it on the computer to the size of the finished portrait that you'd like to have. And this is the trick. On the back of the portrait, take some charcoal and just figure out where your main lines are and darken it just like that. You can use a pencil, but it's going to take you a little while if you use a charcoal pencil. So then I'm going to flip it over, and this is my paper that the finished portrait is going to be on. I'm going to place that right on there where I'd like it, and in this case I'm going to move it over to the right hand side because he's looking into the canvas. So if I was to put this over here or in the center, it would look really awkward because my portrait's going to end right about here. So I'm going to move this over to the edge of the paper, and then you're going to want to tape it down because once you start drawing the lines, if the paper moves, you're really not going to know where to start again. So tape that down real good. And another thing you have to be careful of is when your arm is laying on this paper right here, it's going to smudge underneath because you're duplicating these lines. So go ahead and after you get it taped down, start drawing your lines. Now here where his eyebrows are, I'm not going to draw real dark, I'm just going to give indications. Okay? And don't forget important lines like where the creases are of the eyelid, up here, on the nose. Okay, and afterwards we'll go through and we'll erase all these smudge lines. This line right here is a shadow, so I'm also going to draw in those shadow lines where I want distinct shadows. Okay, so now I've got my um, general outline of the shapes on the canvas, so I can go ahead and I can remove this